I've never really had to do an off season with any other place that I've been. Playing on a outdoor concrete thing. No, I've never, ever done this. I like my organization, I like my management system, and I like my young kids. So if it means I fly from the United States to come here for a couple months to help work with my young players, I'm going to do that because you have to have integrity. You got to have honesty with your profession, with young kids, with basketball. So if I can teach and I can help them become better basketball players, I'm going to do that. In order for young players to improve, we have to play. 12 games, 16 games in the VBA is one thing, but these young kids, they're not playing anywhere. So even though I don't like being outside on the concrete floor, I said we have to continue to let them play. That's why the Warriors are doing this competition. The majority of our players today are 17, 16 years old. So we just have to continue to help them grow, mature, become better players. And we are getting better every single day because they're playing basketball within the framework of our system. So now on Monday we'll do film. We're going to watch film and explain the good and the bad of what they did wrong. And then we're going to practice, and we're going to keep teaching, and we're going to keep learning, and we're going to keep becoming better basketball players. Our goal as Warriors in our Warriors program is to help Mike and help Juan and help our 17-year-old kids and under kids become better basketball players. And then ultimately, as they get stronger, as they get bigger, they'll help our Warriors program. And I'm trying to pass on as much knowledge as I can to try to help raise Vietnamese basketball and our young Warrior players. The whole goal, the reason I flew back to the United States to get here is to help our young players become better basketball players. So in that regard, I have no problems doing it. A lot of coaches, and that's up to them, they have demands for certain things. For me, my apartment, where I go to my gym in the morning, where I can get on the treadmill and do my weights. I do a lot of business on my treadmill where I'm usually watching game film or I'm talking to players from around the world and then getting my weights, and then I come back and then prepare for my practice or my film session or whatever goes on. So that's pretty much all I need. I don't have a lot of other demands. I sit in my apartment, I go to the weight room, I watch film, and I work players. And that pretty much is a pretty simplistic lifestyle, I think. Well, I don't know if it fits my personality. It's just, if somebody was to ask me to go out, to go to a movie or to go to dinner or to go to Old Quarter or, something like that, I'll gladly go. But to go out by myself, I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So if I don't have somebody to go with, I pretty much stay to myself. As a coach, I feel you're judged by wins and losses. Nobody hires a coach who loses games. Nobody hires a coach with a losing record. So, sightseeing and going out and having fun, that's great for other people, and that's their lifestyle. That's great, but my resume is strong. 30 years in the coaching profession, 2 silver medals in the SEA Games, and that's because I put coaching in my profession first, and I just feel that's more important. That's the reason why you're here. Again, if I had somebody I could go with, I would go. I enjoy going out to dinner. I enjoy going to movies. In Thailand, for example, they took me out once a week to a movie and once a week out to dinner. In Indonesia, the same thing. Here, it's a little different. I ask people and they all say no. So I haven't got to that point yet. Vietnam, they only have a short season, so there's a longer off season. I like to spend my time at home, I really do. I hate to come to a country where I'm just sitting around doing nothing, but when I went home, I felt we are behind. I feel our players are behind. So
of where we need them to be. We have roster changes that we need to make, or I feel we need to make, and we have to work our players so they become up to better players. So phone calls were made, messages were made. I was like, I have to come back, we have to get to work. We didn't win a championship last year, and we didn't achieve all of the goals that I wanted to achieve. I'm not used to being a coach that finishes without being in the finals, and it does not sit well with me. My most important thing right now is not to go through the same season I went through last year. It was a frustrating season on many fronts, so I want to have a more enjoyable season with more enjoyable players that are working hard and doing good things. And trust me, if I can get out once a week to a movie, I'd like to do that, but I need somebody to go with.